Previously, we looked at expanding brackets. So taking something which is already in brackets, like that, and getting rid of the brackets. So we would expand it, everything outside the bracket times everything inside the bracket. 3x, is that one done? 3 times 2. That's expanding. What is factorising? Factorising is the opposite. It's taking something without brackets and putting brackets in, simplifying it in a way. This is really, really important. It is kind of a big deal. So let's look at some examples. It's probably the best way to learn, I think. Let's say we have x squared minus 2x. And I want to put that into brackets. So the first question I want to ask myself is, do the terms have something in common? Is there a variable? Is there a number? A common factor in there that is common to both of them? Well, this is the first term, this is the second term. Well, obviously there is an x in common here, and we don't, it's not like terms anymore. Is anything in common? We're going to take that out. Okay, it does. So these both have x as a common variable. So I'm going to take that x out. So I'm going to say, okay, x times what gives me x squared? That would be x. X times what gives me negative 2x? Well, that would be negative 2. So again, I took the x out, and then I said, okay, for this one here, x times what gives me x squared, and that's going to be x, because x times x squared is x. X times x is x squared. And then for the second term here, x times what gives me negative 2x? Well, it's going to be negative 2. Negative 2 times x equals negative 2x. This is the most easy form of factorising. Let's do a couple of examples. Let's factorise 5x minus 15. Okay, the first term and the second term, do they have anything in common? Well, they don't have an x in common, but they do have a 5. 15 is 3 times 5, remember. So I'm going to take that 5 out. So 5 times what gives us 5x? Well, 5 times x is 5x. And then I'm going to say, what 5 times what gives us negative 15? Well, it's going to be negative 3. Let's do that again. So I took out the 5. They both have a 5 in common. So I took that 5 out, and 5 times what gives us 5x? Well, 5 times x equals 5x. Okay, 5 times what gives us negative 15? 5 times negative 3 gives us negative 15. And let's expand it out just to prove it. Everything outside times everything inside. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. That's what we started with, that's what we finished with. So far, so good. How about this one then? Smooth that up a bit. 6x squared minus 12x. Do they have anything in common? Well, they both have an x. in common. So let's take that out. Okay. X times what gives you 6x squared? Well, it's going to be 6x. And x times what gives you negative 12x? Well, it's going to be negative 12. Are we done? And the answer is no, because we can still factorize this a bit more. What we've got there, these two have something in common, which is 6. So I'm going to take that 6 out and I'm going to multiply it by that x. Now, 6x times what gives us 6x squared? Well, it's going to be x. 6x times what gives us negative 12? It's going to be negative 2. And just to prove it, let's expand it out. 6x times x is 6x squared. 6x times negative 2 is negative 12x. That's what we started with. That's what we finished with. So this is the most simplified answer that we have for this.